Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm happy to have you back here, and on this episode I'll be showing you how we did layer cuts for this hair. My We did a total revamp of this hair. We changed the color, we did the layer cut, and we styled it. So stay tuned, and it will profit you to watch it until the end. So I got tired of rocking this hair as a green hair, so I wanted to spice it up and add a little pigment to it, which is to darken it a little, because of I'm a dark chocolate skinned lady. So there are some colors that may not fit me, so I try to work well with my colors. I don't rock any kind of colors. So the aim is to darken this wig a little bit, give it like a black and olive look, so it's not too olive, because this is olive green, but I don't want it to be too greenish, and I don't want it to be all black. So I just had to mix the book color so it will blend in well. At this point, I'm trying to pat my hair, because before I applied the bleach solution to the hair, I need to pat it, because I'm not applying it evenly. I'm going it track by track to ensure that the bleach solution enters into every strand I want to bleach, and I get the result I want. And I'm using a shampoo dye, not a regular dye. Shampoo dye can be very effective to do things like this. Like I said, I don't want it to be too dark, so that's why I'm not using a black dye to change the color of the hair and to revamp it. That's why I'm using a shampoo dye, because I want something that will not be too harsh on the hair. Of course, you know that bleaching of hair or dyeing of hair changes reduces the quality of the hair and makes it less quality, and if it's not done properly, the hair tends to start breaking and basically get spots overall. So I had to use a shampoo that is mild for both natural hair and wigs. So at this point, I was showing you guys my sister-in-law's hair. I was going to do a glueless install for. I did this glueless install. The video is already on my channel to show you that I've been sitting on this video for so long, because I posted this glueless install video I think a month ago. Yeah, and I'm just posting this one now. Meanwhile, I made this hair before the glueless install, but notwithstanding, we move. So at least we're here right now. So after patting the hair, I mixed the shampoo dye. Everything is already mixed, but I just opened like one pack and I stir it together thoroughly. And then I don't want to stain my canvas head, so I had to protect it. So I had to look for like a nylon to put under the canvas head to protect the canvas head from also dyeing like the hair, because bleach or dye stays on canvas. So, and it will make it look, I have like 3 canvas head, and 2 of them came in cream color, 1 in yellow, and the cream color canvas is not what it used to be, because it has gone through a lot, product styling, revamp, and the rest of it. So and all these products, they tend to stay on the canvas head, so I opted to protect my canvas head from collecting stains from the dye. After making sure my canvas is well protected, I proceeded to applying the dye. I was also trying to protect my hand. At this point, I know I was doing a live video and I was recording for YouTube. I was recording a vlog for YouTube, but then I was saying that if I should finish this bleach process or this dyeing process and I don't stain myself or I don't stain my canvas, I'm going to give myself a treat. But you're going to see it at the end if I did stain myself or stain the canvas head. But let's proceed. So at some point I had to wear nylon on my hand, because I didn't. Sis, good morning. I had to wear canvas on my hands because I didn't have a glove. The dye is supposed to come with a glove, but I didn't see no glove in it, so I had to work with what I had to, because this was late at night when I was doing this job and there was no way I could go get a glove. So I used the nylon to protect my hand, and I continued applying the dye. I think this was like the sixth or the seventh mixture at this point, because I've already applied a lot on the hair. So as I got to the top of the hair, I tweaked it a little bit. So what I did was, because I didn't want everything to be black, I had to do track by track. So I left one track as it is, original color of green. Then I picked the track above it and then color it black, so that I can still have the green feel. Like I said, I don't want it to be too black, I don't want it to be too green. I just want it somewhere in the middle, which was exactly the result I got. So at this point, I already finished applying the shampoo dye to the hair, and I'm removing it from the canvas head. And I'm happy to let you know that my canvas wasn't so stained. I just had like a little stain on the canvas head, which didn't stay because I was able to wash it out. So I'm grateful it didn't turn black like my cream color canvas head would. So I removed the pin I used to hold the wig to the canvas, and also the nylon I used to protect the canvas from the dial, and I proceeded to show what the hair is looking like, and also give like another details on the bleaching. So, and also to recap, that the aim is to have like a black and green look of the hair, not outrightly black or outrightly green. So you see like a little touch of green, and other hair strands are black. This is exactly what I wanted, and you see how beautiful it came out at the end when I styled it. So at this point, I already washed off the dial, and it was time to apply my treatment products to the hair to treat it, because of course I'm still going to proceed to treat it and steam it up a bit before I style it. Again, I had to use a black nylon to cover my canvas head before I applied treatment products, because I don't want it too stained. I used three products to treat this hair. I used the silicone mix, I used the keratin treatment milk, and I used my argan oil hair treatment. And I took some quality amount of these products on the hair, because I know that dye can make your hair very dry and frizzy, so you need products that are hydrating, that can lock in moisture to your hair, so your hair doesn't come out really dry after styling. At this point, I already finished applying the products and detangling the hair, and this is what it looks like. Let me zoom in a bit for you to see what it looks like. It's looking really crispy and the strands are looking really great, and you can see the blend between the green and the black texture. Yeah, so I put it into a nylon and put it into my steaming machine for it to steam. I steamed it for about 2 hours, and then I removed it from the steaming machine, washed it, and I proceeded to drying the hair. I know some people may be wondering, where's her canvas hair dryer, wig dryer that she's using her hands and regular canvas head to dry. At this point, I have not bought my canvas head yet. So drying this head took a lot of time because I didn't dry it on full heat because I didn't want the heat to dry out the moisture of the hair, so I didn't want to waste all the products I used on the hair, so I just dried it with natural hair air, not heat, because I didn't want it to dry out all the oil and every other product I used on the hair. At this point, the hair is dried, but not really dry because we don't style hair when it is really dry. We style hair when it's a little damp, not too dry. So you see what I'm talking about? You see the color it's given. It's not black, it's not fully green, it's just a blend of black and olive, which is very beautiful, which is actually what I wanted. So I turned the back of the hair so I could proceed to styling the hair. So the style was a layer cut. So I've rocked this hair as a I think a 12 inches bob. So it's time to change the style entirely. So I had to give it the layer cut. So for the layer cut, you have to chop the hair off from the top to the bottom. So it's not supposed to have like a blunt cut, just let's say like feathers. People who know braids would know feathers because that's what they used to call all this type of braids before, like feathers. It's not blunt, it's just blend in, but they are not the same cut. So but you're doing that from the top to the bottom. So I used my scissors to chop off all the extra hairs so that I could get the perfect layer cuts. So at this point you could see how much hair I already chopped off from this. And I made a mistake. I did not show you all the ground so you could see how much hair I chopped off. But yeah, anything to get the style I want. So the hair is already a short hair, so it's no harm to shorten it more to get the style you want. So after cutting the hair, I tend to trim the front a bit shorter because I want it to give a different look in front. So yeah, and I also trimmed the length of the hair to be a bit shorter because I want it to be like short. So I think I trimmed it up to like a 10 inches or an 8 inches trim. So after I finished, I let me wait till I finish, then we continue. So this is what the layer cut is looking like after I finished cutting, right? It's not even, it just blends in, but the cut is not blonde. And also this is what a layer cut should look like before styling. Okay, so I'm just showing you what a layer cut should look like after you cut the hair. After cutting, I proceeded to um part the is a center part wig. Yeah, so the it's a 2x6 closure, so the ventilating was very clear for the center part. So I parted it clearly because I was going to use my hot comb and wax stick to flatten the edges. My comb is not so sharp because the tail comb that I had, I think I don't know, it just got bad from the blue. So yeah, this is the comb I'm trying to manage, and thank God that the pattern were clear. The pattern is clear enough, so it wasn't really difficult for me using this blunt tail comb to style it. So I brought out the products I'll be using to style, but I noticed that the fronts are not equal, so I need to cut one side a little shorter, which I'm going to do after introducing my products. So I'm using the Bio Silk Silk Therapy to style this hair. I love the Bio Silk. I love Fantasia Heat Protectant. It is superb. When I mean superb, trust me, I don't know, I just like Fantasia. It gives the heat protectant, it gives the shine. It's like a 3-in-1 product, which is very good. So I proceeded to cut this other part a bit, and I think I cut it too much, but it's still okay because I just want the front to give, there's a style I want the front to give, so reason why I cut it that way. But you can choose not to do yours this way, it's fine. So then I proceeded to use the wax stick, apply a bit of wax the on the closure so I could style it properly. I removed the pin I used to hold the closure because I don't think that was required. Holding the wig cap to the canvas head with pins are enough, so there was no point holding the closure because the closure ain't going anywhere anyways. So I applied the wax stick. I used the wax stick to apply wax on the closure. At this point my hot comb was already steaming, getting hot, so I picked it up. I put it on the highest temperature level, so I picked it up and I started to flatten the closure. After flattening the closure, I proceeded to plug in my coiler and putting it on the highest heat so it will be warming up pending when I start using it, because it's good to use your coiler hot, not not you plug immediately and you start waiting. If you know you're going to use it, why not just plug it early enough? So I then proceeded to packing the hair up front, because I wouldn't want no obstructions when I'm styling the hair. So I used my hair packer to pack the hair up. After packing the hair, I noticed that the bio silk I applied did not get to the bottom. So that's one tricky thing about applying serums to your hair, because you need to be able to spread the hair, spread the lines so that the serum enters in. Else you just apply to the surface and then there's nothing underneath, there's nothing under the hair. So as I applied at the bottom, I tend to apply also at the top. I already applied the silk therapy initially, but I still went in again, and then I proceeded to apply my Fantasia heat protectant before I started styling. So at this time I started styling upwards. Yeah, some people will style their layer cuts downwards, it's also still fine. Some people will style their layer cuts upwards, it's also still fine. The style you give it is not doesn't affect it. What affects it is the cut. When you get the cut right, the layer cut will slay. When you get the cut wrong, the layer cut styling would not slay. So that's basically it. So I started coiling the hair with this coiler, and it was coming out beautifully well. So at this point, I styled it downwards a bit. Yeah, because I wanted to. It was already giving layer cut from the bottom, but then the top was not giving me what I wanted. So I tend to tweak it a bit and then style it downwards. But it still gave though. It still gave. So look at what the bottom of the hair is looking like when I haven't even finished, right? So imagine what it would look like when I eventually finish styling. This is halfway into the styling. I still thought to use my comb to show you what the bottom of the layer cut is looking like, and also to let you know that the styling is coming out beautifully well. At this point, I got to the top of the wig, and I was styling the top and I was pinning them down because I wanted the curls to stay, because I noticed that after a while the curls tend to loosen a bit. So maybe what I would have done was to use my pins to lock in all the curls, and then after the hair is cool, right, then I can now loosen it up and then style. But because I was loosening it up immediately and combing it immediately and all, it was not it was, will I say, the curls weren't staying as I would like them to. So for the top parts, I styled them and I pinned them so that the curls will stay. This is me just showing you what the back of the hair look like currently, and now I have removed the pin from the top, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, I'm combing it, just showing you the different layers and how the style sat on them. So like I said, the curls didn't really stay because I am losing the bottom quite quickly than I should have. So I would have just let it cool down a bit. But notwithstanding, the hair still came out looking very nice, very beautiful. I had to transfer it from a canvas hair to a mannequin so I can get like a facial fit in to know what it's looking like. So I tried to style it in a way whereby the 2x6 will look like a 4x5 or a 5x5 closure, but then it got the tracks showing. So subsequently I had to use my hot comb to flatten that part, but the hair came out very beautifully well. But then after this I still styled it again, yeah, and then I used the pin on it until I was ready to wear it. But this is just for the part of this video. So the hair came out well. The front, emphasis on the front. So if you see how the front of the hair is looking on the mannequin, that is what I want it to look like on my face. I was carrying a braid at this point, else I would have just worn it on my own head and do the styling, but I wanted to style it on the mannequin because of course it has facial features. So I did everything on the mannequin, and yeah, it came out really nice. The front I wanted came out really beautifully well. So this is the front I wanted. This is how I wanted it to be on my face, right? And it came out just like that when I eventually got to rock it. This is me just showing you all angles of the hair and the style, and I was just drooling over the hair like, oh my god, I can't wait to rock this hair. It's going to fit me so well. Yeah, I was super happy, I was super proud. So this is what it came out like, and it was looking so beautiful. Look at the curls, look at the layers. Yeah, it came out really nice, and I rocked it when I went to Lagos. Like I said, I styled it again, and then this was me in Lagos. It came out really beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do well to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos, and if there are any learning curves you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section and I'll make a video.